Our lead story now at the University of Johannesburg. Our reports of more clashes tonight. Our reporter Manqoba Mchunu is at the University of Johannesburg's Doornfontein campus. Manqoba, take us through what you're seeing.
Well, Francis, scenes of chaos have broken out here in downtown Johannesburg. As again, we see more clashes between police as well as students, as well as security personnel from the University of Johannesburg. You recall that, Francis, earlier on during the day, violent protests erupted at UJ in Auckland Park as the students joined in the Fees Must Fall protest today. But this has now seemingly spread to the Doornfontein campus as well, where now we're seeing students also coming out in the streets and actually demonstrating on the streets, blocking the traffic and clashing with police. We've seen just in the last few minutes that we've been here, the security personnel from the university clashing with students, and they also attacked us as the media. They're also attacking the media. They pepper sprayed some of the media members that are here on the streets, as well as almost attacked some of the media here. So definitely at this stage, you can say that the situation is quite volatile. What we're seeing, though, is that the police are out in their numbers. They've blockaded several roads to try and protect the motorists from passing from that group of students that are protesting on the streets in order to ensure that they are not attacked. But at this stage, what I can say is that the situation remains volatile at this stage, and certainly police are keeping a close eye on it.
Manqoba, this situation has been quite volatile throughout the course of the day. Give us a sense of numbers, if you can. Just how big has this demonstration, these protests, been in and around the UJ area?
Well, what I can say is that during the day, what we saw was the large group of students. We can say hundreds of students that were demonstrating outside Auckland Park. And here, as I speak to you, the students that we can see, it's a group of students. They've actually blockaded the street, Vomeran Street here in Johannesburg. And that particular street is very dangerous to drive through there now due to the numbers of students that have come out there. They are pelting their vehicles with stones, and it's very hard for even motorists to pass by. And so I can safely say that the numbers really have seemed to have increased. Some of them are protruding. I mean, you can see them from where we are, protruding from the windows of the residences here around this campus. So certainly it seems like a big number of people are part of this protest at this stage.
Manqoba, what can you envisage if you look at these clashes? What kind of police presence is there after there were reports of police using rubber bullets earlier today, injuries, wounds on some campuses? Could this get ugly?
Well, certainly. I mean, we saw earlier today that, in fact, at UJ, what we saw is that it seemed as if the students outnumbered the police that were there. The police were never prepared, I mean, for UJ to get that violence earlier on. And at this stage, I mean, here where we are as well, we are seeing quite a few number of police cars. I mean, if I can count, there are less than 10 that I see here. But, I mean, certainly by the look of things, it seems as if now they'll have to try and get more reinforcement to try and contain this situation, which is volatile at this stage.
Manqoba, have you been able to get close to any of the protesting students? What are they saying? What's on their placards, if they're carrying any?
Well, the students insist that they still want free education. They're saying that they're not going to accept anything other than free education. They're saying that they reject the 8% increase that was announced by the Higher Education Minister, Paige Dimande, saying that they're going to protest until they get what they want. And what they're saying to us is that they're willing to take this as far as going to the National Treasury. We heard them, we spoke to some of them earlier today, who had marched, the VIT students who had marched to the Chamber of Mines today, demanding that also private sector also get involved in this protest. So I'm just inhaling the fumes of the Teargas that's been sprayed by police here. But what they're saying is that they're willing to take it as far as the National Treasury and government itself, because they're saying that they're not going to accept anything other than free education for next year. As you can hear, Peter, I'm not sure if you can hear screams right now from the students there on the road. They are screaming at police who are trying to open the road, who are trying to let the traffic go through. So really at this stage, what I can say is that they're not going to give up, and they're saying that really, whatever it takes, even if it means that the academic program has to be postponed, they do not care at this stage. All they want is that they get free education.
All right, Mangoba, it seems that you're in a dangerous position there, so get safe. But just one final thing quickly. Does this look like it's got quite a number of hours left to go before any kind of resolution?
Well, it's hard to tell at this stage when the students will will actually abandon the process. But it seems as if, we are here for a long night, because they seem energized every time they come out. They go in and then they regroup and then they come back. So certainly this time it seems as if they're not about to abandon their protest. They're screaming as I'm speaking to you at police. And certainly the indication is that they are going to come out once they see police shift.
All right, Mangoba, please stay safe. That's Mangoba Mkunu, who's been giving us an update on the ongoing violent situation that's taking place at one of the campuses of the University of Johannesburg, quite close to the SABC's headquarters, the Doornfontein campus, where Teargas has been fired. And Mangoba there, caught in the middle of that. He was coughing uncomfortably as he was reporting this to us live.
We take a short